Yo, Adam said, maybe I missed it, but where's the other rare Marvel Masterpiece frame set? Yo, I don't know if you guys heard the story, but Michaels destroyed it.
Yo, it was...
So, Michaels framed our 1992 Marvel Masterpiece sets, and the guy did a pretty good job. I mean, it kind of bows a little bit, but otherwise it looks really good, right?
It's because it's very large. It's got, you know, bend to it, a little bit of flex.
And I didn't really like how they put the checklist on the bottom right. I told them the checklist... Well, the checklist should go after card 99, and then you should have the 5... chase cards and then the 5 lost cards, but they messed that up. Anyway, so that was, you know, it was an inexpensive set. I think you could buy the tin sealed for like $40. Anyway, so I bought the 1996 Marvel Masterpieces. It's like an $800 set. I tried to buy it one time prior on eBay, and
welcome, Artist Brown.
Thanks for joining that membership. Tab. Hit the community tab for when we post membership stuff. Anyway. The first time I tried to buy the 96 Marvel Masterpiece, the lady sent me a manila envelope with random Marvel trading cards that weren't worth shit. I was hot. It was crazy. I thought I got scammed. She ended up refunding me the money or whatever. So I already had a sour taste from 1996 Marvel Masterpieces. Then I did get the set. Finally, I did a video for it. The video performed really well on the channel, by the way. Took it to Michael's. The same guy who did the 92 set didn't work there anymore, so I was already kind of like leery. Some lady took over, whatever. Anyway, long story short, they're taking mad time with it. I'm constantly hitting them up for updates, and then she hits me up with like, "Hey, we have a problem."
First of all, they pushed back the date so many months. Like how many weeks did they push it back?
Like a month. First of all, it's very expensive to get them framed. Even when you do the one time per month 75% off framing or whatever, it was still like $400 to try to get these shits framed on an $800 set. So anyway, she's like, we have a problem. We didn't do them a 1/4 inch apart. We did them a 1/2 inch apart, and now all the cards don't fit. I was like, what? Like, come on, man. How do you glue it down first? Like, don't you, like, place them out and then figure out where they go? And I didn't even want them to glue it, but I didn't want to put them in individual sleeves. And I was kind of like, you know what? I'm never going to unframe these. I'm not getting this to sell them. I legitimately I love Boris Vallejo, Julie Bell artwork. I really wanted it framed to pair with that. So anyway, we go there. What were you gonna say?
When you were setting it up, the woman who was like the framing manager was like, I'm gonna handle this myself. P.S. She didn't. And the woman who put them down looked like she just dealt out cards and just stuck them wherever they landed. Like the rows and columns were all wavy. Like she didn't measure.
They fucked it up.
She didn't plan it out. She just started sticking them down as she was pulling them.
So she calls us there to check it out. They have like half of them glued down. You try to lift it up, it's ripping the card up. And a bunch of the cards were straight bent and creased. Like, what did you guys even do to these shits?
Ripped, because when she tried to lift them up from using the wrong type of tape that I was like, you shouldn't use that. You should use this. And she's like, no, these are going to... She tried to fix it, bending them as she was trying to pull them up. Bending them, ripping them, separating the plies apart, you know, the front from the back.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, they were super nervous, man, because I was pretty upset. You know, I didn't, like, go all Karen on them or anything. But I'm like, damn, this shit's an $800 set. And they're like, the company will reimburse you for the set and refund you on the framing.
With the receipt.
And I'm like, but dude, this is not like a set you could just go buy at Walmart. Like, this shit is from 1996. It's very hard to find, sought-after set. And they did send me a check for, luckily I had the PayPal receipt because I had recently just purchased this. Like, what if I would have had this from a childhood? I guess I would have had to justify the value or whatever. But they ended up refunding me and giving me the money for that. And I was like, man, I'm not, that was the second time I tried to get the 1996 Marvel Masterpieces.
There is one good part of this story. You did get the what are they, I think you call them the chase cards. Those had not been touched down on yet, so those were all okay still and in their sleeve. And he got them back without the people being like, "No, we paid you for this." It was like a whole thing.
Yeah, they didn't want to give me the cards. And they weren't damaged, but they were like, "No, because we gave you the $850, we own these." And I was like, that was purchased separately. Showed my receipts.
Yeah, that's only 100 of those cards. Yeah. These other ones are man.
Yeah, so that was the story of the 1996 Marvel Masterpieces. I would love to have them framed still, man, but I don't know if I'm ready to go through all that.
No, never. What we will do next time, I will lay them down and have that framed. I will just get the board, frame, lay them down and mat it myself.